fits. So there we have one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and kind of move this so I can get in there, reposition it really quick. Now let me get the screws here. It says to use 6 black button socket caps, 6mm. Okay. So these look to be the same ones we used from before. Let's make sure. These look like they might be slightly different, so let's see. There are different ones here. These all look the same here, so I'm going to go ahead and keep using them. Let's check these here. Those black ones. These are the only black ones. However, nope, let me take that back. There's a separate baggie here that includes 6. So these are it right here. I just got them confused with the other ones. So make sure not to get those confused. It's a good thing they included them in a separate baggie. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to tilt this up for a second so I can get in the light and screw these in. Again, don't screw them in all the way because you have to kind of position the motor there and make sure that it's in the right spot. Now for these you need to use the bigger Allen key. So we have that. Now again, from our experience with the motors, when you mount them, you don't have to tighten it too much. Just tighten it enough so that it's in there. It doesn't have to be super strength. Sometimes it's easy to strip the screws, and in this case, it's kind of hard to fix that problem with the motors because it screws right into the motor. As you can see, it's mounted just like that. It's pretty flush, pretty simple. So I'm going to go ahead and mount the other one. Same way. So now that's screwed in, so I'm just going to go ahead and tilt this upwards a little bit so I can get a good angle on this and screw that in. And there we have it. We are screwed in and good to go. We put a little bit of light on this. You can see this better. There we go. So you can clearly see the motors are nice and mounted in there. So we're good. Now that completes step 2. Let's move on to step 3. step 3 looks like we're going to have to do some wiring. So we're actually going to wire up the motors. So there's some connectors that we had in one of the baggies. Let's see where those are located. Let's see here. Well, let's go back to this bag here and open it up because I think I recognize the picture. I'm going based off the picture, and then the next step that I do is after I look at the picture, I look at the instructions to verify what I thought, to make sure. Now we have 2 of these. There's 2 DC motors. Hey, could these be it? Sure enough, there's a green and white and a blue and white. Here we are, green and blue. And let's see how this is going to work here. So it says to connect the green and white motor to the left motor. So the green and white is this one. We'll start there. The left motor. Now, how do we know which one's the left motor? Well, this is the back. So this is the front. So if we look at it, this being the front, this is our left motor. Let's go ahead and wire that. Now, it says here, connect the green wire to the positive terminal of the motor. Now, in the picture, it's this one, the one towards the front. But let's always verify that because sometimes that differs. Sure enough, it was wrong. It's the other one that's positive. It's this one here. So let's go ahead and put the green wire there. Now the really nice thing about Parallax is, I'm not sure if they're doing it in this kit, but in all the other kits we've done, they always label it with their own color coding scheme, which is good and bad. It's good if you're new to building robots. It's bad if you're not, and you understand with if you understand electronics and things like that, and you're used to certain colors being a certain thing. But in this case, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. And in this case, it says make sure. So we're going to connect the right. So just basically repeat the same step. And it says here, make sure that the blue wire is to the positive terminal and the white wire is to the other terminal. So let's look and see which one's the positive. And again, and it's the. In this case, it's the one in the front. So I'm going to wire the blue one there. And the other one to the other side. And there you have it. That completes step 3. No tools were required there. Now in the next step, I'm going to stop here so we can make it part 3. Next step, I'm actually going to start building more of this. Let me just stop here.